What is good, y'all? Welcome to Let's Cap, a rare weekend show for me. Uh, Went to sleep kind of early yesterday, so wasn't able to cap the games like I wanted to. So I'm gonna do them live. Haven't put any bets in today at all, except for some Euro Cup games. Just quickly capping them right before the show today. But um, yeah, yesterday two and three overall. Went 1-1 in the W, 1-2 in the MLB. So we lost a little bit yesterday, but it wasn't too bad. I didn't go too heavy. I thought the Aces game was trending to the over. Pace was up. They just didn't. I think Connecticut didn't. I think they only shot like 65% from the free throw line. So that could have been an over type game in my opinion. I think they were just a few points off of the number that I got. I got 162 and a half. I think it closed at 165. So it's one of those games that got away, but hopefully we get back on track today in the W. Let's get straight into it. I'm gonna pull up the screen here. Moneyballer.com. We'll go over the first game, the Wings and the Mystics. We have the Wings as 3-point favorites now on the road against the Mystics. I'm not sure the Wings should be favored on the road to anyone right now. The way that they've been playing. Looking at looking at some of the situational notes, we have the Mystics. They do have the rest advantage here by a single day. They play again tomorrow. Um, so back to backs here. The Mystics, they've been offensively, they've been playing pretty well. Scored 80 plus in 5 straight games after struggling to start the season. We have the Wings here coming off a few L's in a row. Five. They even lost to the Sparks here. Man, how many games did they lose in a row here? I'm gonna give me the dog real quick. Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9 straight L's for the Wings. So, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how you could be favored on the road with 9 straight L's. Looking at the ATS splits here as favorites, 0-2-1 on the season, 3-7 following a loss. So it's not like they bounce back anything like that. First half though, they start off the game pretty strong on the road, 6-2, 2-1 when they're favored. But we know Mystics first half is a spot for them. 10-3-2 as a dog. Well, they've been dogs all season long. So 10-3-2 on the first half ATS. Off a loss, 8-3-1. When we look at the total, first half unders for the Mystics here at home, 4-1-1 to the under, 8-3-1 off a loss. Nothing too crazy on the wing side here. It's kind of even throughout. All right, let's look at the season numbers. Both just a whole bunch of red. Okay. On the season, Mystics dead last in offensive rating, but like I just showed you, last 5 games they've been hooping a little bit. The pace of play is up. Wings struggling on both sides of the ball right now, especially on the defensive side of the ball. What have they been giving up? 83 to Chicago, 90 to the Lynx, 85, 92. They're giving it up a lot here. If we look at their opponent team total overs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 out of the 9 games, they went over the team total. They allowed their opponent to go over the team total, except for the Sky, which they missed by a point. So right off the bat, I'm looking at Mystics team total over probably, or on the spread. All right, 4 factors on the full season. Neither team going to the free throw line at a high rate, but they're allowing teams to go to the free throw line at a high rate. Offensive boards definitely to the Wings here. And I think this is gonna be Natasha Howard's second game back. So she's going to be a big plus for them. Totally forgot about that. So that could be a reason why they're favored, because Arika is in, and Natasha Howard is playing her second game back. So that could be a reason why the line shifted. Neither team taking care of the ball. If we look at the scoring, 86, 82, what's the total? 160 and a half? 160 and a half. This seems like an over type game. All right, we'll see. Wings inside the arc, we know that's where the wings do a lot of their damage. Their paint field goal percentage, their paint attempts. Obviously, it's because of the second chance opportunities there and all the bigs that they have. Mystics, they don't defend. They don't defend in the paint that well. Dead last. 3-point shooting. 3-point defense is solid. Above the break three. Solid for the Mystics there. Let's look at the last 5 games. Last 5 games. So their offense comes up. Their pace comes down a little bit. This game is funky. All right, so their turnover rate is a little bit higher. Points per game allowed is still up there. I can see a Mystics team total over in this one. They're shooting at a high efficiency. Effective field goal percentage is 5th. Turnover rate. What else can they do? So the threes. Paint. So they're getting more efficient in the paint. I think that has a lot to do with Aaliyah Edwards. She's been hooping too. I don't think she was as aggressive in the last game though. I don't really like this game from a betting perspective. They do have the rest advantage, so that gives them an edge right off the bat. Wings defense has been struggling. Man, I want to say maybe focusing on the first half. I mean, I probably won't bet this. I don't feel too comfortable with this, but it would be Mystics first half or the team total over. Mystics team total over. Those would be the leans on this one. I'll just check the chat real quick. Yep, live. So Eric Shipley, how are you? Mystics first. That's first half. Yeah, first half. Yeah, yep. That's what I was looking at. Leaning in that direction. Helms Wings. Yeah, I mean, I can see it because, yeah, you mentioned it right here. Natasha Howard's second game back. I mean, I don't know how healthy she is. I mean, like, what percent is she playing at right now? Did they bring her back early just because they've been struggling? Not 100% sure. That gives me pause right there. But from a momentum and trend perspective, it does seem like Mystics first half at the very least, or the team total over. Expect the Dallas defense to continue to struggle. All right, let's move back. Let's move on to the next game. We have the Sparks and the Liberty. And one thing that's always been cashing, well, I think the last 3 times that I've taken it, we've talked about it on the show too. Sparks team total over when they're a double-digit dog. We took it the last, I think, like 2 or 3 times now. Actually, two times, right? Double-digit dog. Yeah, they're double-digit here. They actually covered this number, if I remember. Oh no, we pushed on this one. There was another one that they went over. I think it was this game right here, one of these games. But yeah, so double-digit double-digit dog. The Sparks have gone over their team total or pushed in every single game. No crazy situational notes right here. Just a double-digit in-season revenge for the Sparks. Travel fatigue, though. They've been on the road for a bit. They have been in New York for the second straight game, though, so they didn't really have to travel. They've been in New York. If we look at the Liberty, they've been on the road a lot too. They haven't. This is the first time in a while where they've been in the same spot in back-to-back games. ATS splits at home, 1-7 ATS. So not strong at home when it comes to the spread. They just kind of inflate the line a little bit. First half unders for the Sparks, full game over here for the Liberty. So total seems off a little bit. Let's look at the numbers. So on the season, Sparks 10th and 10th, struggling offensively and defensively. Liberty first in offensive rating, fourth in defensive rating. Paces, they're both in the middle of the pack. So I think both teams are going to play a pretty comfortable pace for themselves. I think that's the reason why they went up and over in the last game too. Four factors, everything pointing to the Liberty here. Turnover rate, man, that's huge. Should we just, I mean, maybe just take the over again, because there's a chance Liberty goes over their team total too. I'm just looking at this here. If they force Sparks to turn the ball over a lot, that's a lot of points off turnovers. They're going to get the second chance opportunities, get to the free throw line. I mean, they're doing everything well right now. That paint here is going to be a problem for the Sparks. And three-point shooting, or three-point defense, especially from the corner, struggles, and Liberty second most in corner three attempts. Let's look at last 5 games. Man, it's so hard to take that team total over when you see this, but man, it's been hitting, so I don't know if I can get away from it. Yeah, not seeing too much. Second chance opportunities, giving that up. Let's go back to Give Me the Dog real quick, and I'll show you guys what I was talking about. So if you go here and we go Sparks, and they're a double-digit dog, so line greater than or equal to 10. They're averaging 80.5 per game. They went up and over their team total in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 6 games. Like I said, this one they did push on that game. It's either, I mean, I can only look towards the Sparks ATS at this big number, plus 15.5. The team total over, or the full game over. That would be those are the 3 ways that I could see this game happening. Like who do they have next? So New York plays tomorrow against Atlanta. All right, let's look at this real quick. So if we go Liberty and line less than or equal to -10, so they're a double-digit favorite, giving up 78.5 points, scoring 88. Look at this. As a double-digit favorite, they only covered once and only went under twice. All right, so man, how do you not back the Sparks at this number? I'm probably gonna split it. I'm gonna split it with Sparks and the full game over. Sparks and full game over. I'm gonna split that game in half. Hopefully, worst case is 1-1. Hopefully, we get 2-0. I think that's the way to do it. I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Any MMA leans today? No, I haven't. I actually haven't looked. I have not looked. Mystics money line and under. Mystics money. I can't argue with that. Sparks versus Liberty total over 168. Yep, I like that. And we'll get into the Lynx game. What up, Justin? Lima by Sun. I don't know what that means. Sub. Lima by Sub. Okay, well that's the MMA look there. Top Shelf. What up? How are you? Dang, already out for tomorrow. That's crazy. Okay. Nothing too much on this game, but that's the way that I would do this. I'll bet this one Sparks plus and the over. All right, let's move on to the last game here. All right, so we have the Mercury and the Lynx. We do have a baller system backing the Mercury here. Rest advantage for Mercury, but I think both teams are pretty rested. Lynx haven't played since the 19th when they took care of Atlanta. In-season revenge for the Lynx. I think they lost by 1, if I remember correctly. Somewhere here. Here, Phoenix. 1 point. That was a tight game. Mercury offense has been crazy since Griner came back. Their defense, not so much. I think they've given up. They're allowed opponents to go over their team total in every single game since Griner came back. When did she come back? Did she come back this one? No. Okay. Griner. I think it started here. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Griner here. Okay. She only played. Oh yeah, she was restricted. Her limits were restricted that day. But yeah, so they given up 97, 99. 90, 103. I remember this one. We snuck over that team total, if I remember correctly. And then Liberty, 93 here. All right, so ATS spreads. Mercury 10-5 on the season, 8-3 as a dog. Lynx 11-4 on the season, 6-3 at home. But look at their first half. It seems like they start slow. They're starting slow. As a favorite, 2-5-1 ATS in the first half. Then they take over here in the second. Totals. Mercury overs off a win. Overs recently. We just look at the last few games, overs. What was the total in that last game? 161.5. Oh, they barely went over. All right, and then looking at the season stats. Actually, let's just look at last 5 because we're looking at Mercury here. Offense and defensive rating. So it looks like the points they're giving up points because of the pace that they're playing. For the most part. All right, so they're not, this is crazy to me with Griner being dead last in offensive rebound rate, dead last in defensive rebound rate, or offensive rebound rate allowed. They're turning over the ball at a high rate. Lynx do force turnovers at a high rate. They're the best defense right now going on. Lynx are. Who have they been playing? Atlanta, Dallas, Sparks, Aces, and Storm. I mean, I wouldn't say the last 3 games were against good offenses. So this number could be inflated a little bit. Mercury points allowed 88. They're averaging 84. All right. Points off turnovers. Both teams doing well on that. Giving up a lot of fast break points. For a team that's slow paced, they're third in the league in fast break points. So they do push in transition whenever they get the chance. And with the Mercury not being a great defensive rebounding team right now, that could be an opportunity for the Lynx there. Second chance opportunities too. All right. So within the arc, mid-range game, both teams doing pretty well on the offensively and defensively. So that could balance out. Paint field goal percentage, doing well here. Lynx defense is solid. I think that doesn't help since I don't really think Lynx focus in on paint, scoring in the paint. This is where they focus in on the three-point shot. Above the break three, fifth in threes, field goal percentage first in corner threes. They don't shoot a lot of them, but seems like they should. And their three-point defense above the break is not that great. One thing we saw here with the Liberty is their team, their ability to pull Griner out. And I think Alana Smith can do that. So this might be, I mean, if they follow that same strategy as the Liberty, damn, they still ended up winning and covering. I mean, coming off a game like this, this tells me that their offense is going to bounce back a little bit. And then the Mercury's offense is strong right now and pushing the pace. I can only look towards an over. I know these trends say under for the Lynx here, but the way Mercury is playing, I think it's an over type game. What is yeah, I can't play the over. 160.5 up to 167. I'm way too late on this over. Way too late on this over. Okay, so let me look at the chat here. Man. Mercury. Let's look at the Mercury real quick. Up and over their team total in 5 straight. Lynx playing some bad teams lately, so their defensive numbers might look way better than they are. But I mean, I feel like before that they were pretty good, but I think it's even more inflated than it is in the last 5 games. So you see, it's like 91. Let's go on the season. 92. Who the Sparks, Dallas. Let's look at their whole schedule real quick. So if we go Lynx. Storm. All right, Storm was struggling early in the season. Sun, they allowed them to score 83. Liberty, damn, they locked Liberty down. Dream, Aces scored 80. Damn, they really are good defensively. Matchup, I mean, like, so Mercury scored 81 here. Man, I'm gonna go. I think it's I would look towards Mercury team total over. That would be the way that I would go on this one. Yeah, I wish I had researched this last night. I would have took the over pretty easily, I think. All right, so that's a W. Move on to the MLB. Let's move on to do some live MLB capping here. Drop any games you guys want to see. I'm just gonna go through real quick and find this is what so every day when I go to moneyballer.com and I look at MLB games, I look at each game and just focus in on this right here, and it calls out the games that I want to see. Like I want to see like any significant gap. Like this one right here, a 6. I like to target like 6 and up. So let's look. If you guys don't call any games out, I'm just gonna go to the ones that I want to see. Mets. So they've been on the road for a bit. Chicago's been at home. What time does this game start? Okay. Last 5 starts. Last 2 games he's been pretty solid. He only goes 5 innings though. Kind of short. So we'll have to look at the bullpen numbers. Taeyeon, he's been solid the last 2. He goes 6 innings. All right, so he's faced the Rays, White Sox, Cardinals. Okay. Looking at the splits. Oh, that's ugly. Okay, let me pull last 30. There you go. Okay, so positive with Tyler here. We have Taeyeon 1-4 in the last 30 days. Looks like he's getting some run support with the overs here. Cubs versus right-handed pitchers when they're the home favorite in the first 5, 2, 6, and 3. And the unders in those games too. So it looks like he's not getting a lot of run support. So offensively, it looks like it should be the Mets on the offensive side of the ball. Run lines, well, it's probably super juicy. I'm not gonna look at that. Okay. If you guys are any Nerfy betters, the Cubs are 12-2 to the Nerfy as home favorites in the last 30 days. All right, let's look at the stats here. Yep, offense definitely to the Mets. They have the power advantage. Cubs have a lot of speed, so if they get on base, they could get there. They can get in position. They are striking out at a little bit of a higher rate. Look at that barrel and hard hit rate right now for the Mets last 30 days. That's up there. Okay, and then we look at the starting pitchers. I mean, solid. To me, this is telling me a somewhat positive regression here from Tyler here, McGill, and Taeyeon, some positive regression, but he's still a little bit worse than McGill. But I think this is a pretty close matchup from a starting pitcher perspective. Bullpen, edge to the Mets. Definitely edge to the Mets. The Cubs bullpen is terrible right now. The Mets is not that much greater, but they are better. All right, what's the total here? 12? What? All right, so let's let me look at the chat. Backing Mets in some way. At 3.5 earned runs, he's only listed at that 2 other times all year. This is a pretty high total. This is a pretty high total. I was gonna say Mets team total over, but then when I saw that, I'm expecting a pretty big number here. So the rating system really likes the Mets, and I'm assuming they're at plus money right now. Let me just double check. Oh, it's actually swinging to them as favorites. So the market agrees, and the totals come down to 11. Interesting. I think the Mets are the play here. I mean, they've been hot. We know that. I think they took a L a couple of days ago. They get back on track here. I mean, how do you? If I was to bet this, it would be Mets. Mets money line. At that price, I think it's not that bad. I'm gonna check the chat real quick. I think he's doing something at a wedding or something like that, from what I saw. What about LJ? Royals and Rangers? Yeah, I'll look at that one for you. Oh man, you putting up hella games, dude. Yeah, at a wedding. Okay. Yeah, definitely can. What about Dante? 6+ runs. LJ always coming up with the stats here. Mets have hit 6+ runs on road 14 out of the last 20 games. That's probably why the total is so high. If I was to bet this one, it would be Mets. Mets money line. Let's look at what's the other one that LJ said. Royals and Rangers. Royals and Rangers. All right, Rangers minus 134 at home. Home favorites, we got Walker and Gray. We have Rangers. The rating system likes the Rangers here, and it's mainly because of the bullpen. So it's even on the starting pitcher, even in the batting, they get the edge on the bullpen. Schedule wise, so they've been on the road a lot. These guys, all right, so they're just they've been at home. This is their second series at home. This is the third series on the road. So they've been traveling. Our last 5 starts here, and he's been solid. Only pitched 5 1/3. Oh, this is a while ago. This is his first start back off a little bit of a layoff. So that could be a problem here. Okay, so if we look at Gray, coming off of a bad start, only pitched 3 innings. This could and he faced the Mets, a hot Mets team. So, right off the bat, I can only look towards backing Gray here. Even after this, I think it's positive. I mean, there's a bounce back spot here, and then him struggling, coming back off of a layoff. Last 30 days, 0-2, 0-1 out as a home favorite here for Gray. Not much to go off of from the starting pitchers because last 30 days they haven't been pitching too much. All right, from a team perspective, Royals though, 3-8 on the full game as a road dog, 6-3 here. So this is that whole bullpen thing. Like you can see them up in the first 5 and then end up losing. So this kind of correlates with the bullpen on the rating system. Unders here for the Rangers, 2-7, or 7-2 to the under, 6-3 to the under, but overs for the Royals. And that to me, along with these losing records, tell me that they're giving up runs. So last 30 stats, Royals, they get the edge here in the offense. I mean, both of these teams don't have a lot of power at all. Okay. So starting pitcher matchup, edge to Waka here, but that's on the 2 games that we saw. We know he's coming back off a layoff. I think like 3 weeks, or a few weeks. This is crazy. 10.8, and it's based on 2 starts. So there's definitely a lot of room here for positive regression. And the bullpen with a big edge here. I mean, I think just logical, psychological, logical, whatever you want to call it. I would say it's the Rangers, mainly because of the starting pitcher matchup. I think he bounces back here, and he struggles in his first start back. Checking the chat real quick. Winds blowing out. That's probably why that was 12. Okay. Rangers have won 16 out of the last 20 games versus Royals. Rangers are 24-12 first 5 under at home. Solid. Yeah, I would only look towards the Rangers here. All right, let's move. Let's do one more. One more game. Let me see if there's one that pops up multiple times. Phillies, Mariners, Tigers, Giants. I see Tigers twice. Okay. That's popping off right now, or pretty soon here. All right, so White Sox, Tigers. Our rating system really likes the Tigers here, mainly on the bullpen here. Well, they have a slight edge on each one, but mostly on the bullpen. Schedule. And this is all right. So 2-1 yesterday for Detroit. Detroit got swept by Atlanta here. I mean, they haven't been doing too well recently. White Sox. If I remember correctly, White Sox struggle against righties, especially on the road. So we'll look at that on the trends. All right, so Thorpe, 2 starts, and he struggled in his last one. Maeda kind of struggled here. Ew, this game's ugly. All right, so splits 0-4 in the last 30 days. 0-2 last 30 days. Who picked this game? All right. Oh, here it is. All right, so righties. White Sox versus right-handed pitchers. 4-18 on the season. 2-7 as road dogs. Tigers at home as favorites, trending to the over. If we're looking at run line, last 30 days, Maeda is 0-4. Let's actually look at that a little bit further. 3-8. Okay. Look at the White Sox versus starting right-handed pitchers. 14-45. That's crazy. As road dogs, 4-25 on the season. There's no way I back the White Sox. But they're not that good on the run line. Tigers are not that good on the run line. So it's up to you if you want to take the Tigers on the money line at this price. All right, let's look at the stats real quick. Both offenses struggling here. Slight edge to the Tigers, if you want to call it that. Starting pitcher matchup, edge to Maeda. Yeah, this game's nasty. I can't back the White Sox against a starting right-handed pitcher, but I'm not gonna lay this type of number with the Tigers. This is a straight stay away from me. But if guns ahead, I would say Tigers money line. I wouldn't pay that price though. Let's do one more time through the chat here. Under Nerfy, no offense. I'm wondering if are you talking about this game here? Orioles and Astros have 2 good starting pitchers today. Oh, maybe we could do one more. Red Sox, Reds under. Braves versus Yankees under. All right, Twisted 24/7 is dropping some plays here. Awesome. Good luck. Good luck. The library. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's actually look at that one more. You know what, dude? I'm just gonna go through each one real quick and, like I said, find the ones that I was looking for. Twins, dude. The rating system really likes the Twins for some reason. I'll come back to that. Guardians, Red Sox. Our rating system likes a lot today. It seems like. And the rating system does like a lot today, and I'm definitely not messing with this game. Guardians money line. White Sox spot. What? Fade Twins at all costs. Yeah, I mean, the rating system does like the Twins a lot. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna bet that one. Guardians. What was Guardians? Rating system really likes the Guardians. YZ. Let's actually make this the last game. I wanna get down on some MLB today. All right, so Berrios, Lively, Guardians are home favorites here. The big edge to the offense and the bullpen. So schedule wise, they've been at home. First game on the road here for the Blue Jays. Cleveland did win 7-1. Their offense has been clicking. Last 5 games have been putting up a good chunk of runs. Toronto struggling. Last 5 starts. Last 5 starts. All right, so Berrios gave up 4. I mean, he's been giving up some home runs too consistently. 4 out of the last 5 games, giving up a lot of hits. Didn't strike. No, I mean, it doesn't seem like a normal Berrios last 5 games here. Lively, he struggled in his last one, but he's been. Other than that, he was pretty consistent. Oh shit! They just They just played each other. They just played each other. Okay. Back-to-back matchups. Okay, so last 30 days, Road Dog struggling in this situation here. 0-2, 1-0. I'm gonna pull a full season. I want to see if that's consistent. First 5 for Berrios on the road as a dog. 0-5-1. Lively 3-0-1. Blue Jays versus right-handed pitchers in the first 5 as a road dog 3-10-4. It seems like he's not getting a lot of run support, and he's, for the most part, he's not getting a lot, at least from what I see, not getting a lot of run support. All right, let me go back to 30 days and get to the stats. So last 30 days, averaging 5.3 runs per game. I mean, both of these teams they don't have a lot of power. This is interesting. This seems like looking at these numbers right now, it seems like an under game. Seems like an under game. Neither of these guys are striking out anybody. These are lower K per 9 rates in the league. Man, I'm not too sure. I mean, the bullpen here definitely to the Guardians. Some room for negative regression though. This is an interesting game. I can see, based on the splits, I can see why the rating system really likes Cleveland, but the advanced stats, says it's probably a lot closer than we expect. I would still lean towards Cleveland because of the offense and the bullpen. But yeah, I would just lean. I would lean towards Cleveland here. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. All right, that's it. That's it. Yeah, appreciate it, Chad. We did have another profitable season. I think that's yeah. It's been a while since I had a losing NBA season, so I'm glad you caught on. Do you lean Mercury? What did I say for that game? I said for that game Mercury team total over. Just because I was kind of late to the number. I don't know where to go from a side perspective, but I was too late for the full game over. But I think I like the Mercury team total over. I mean, it kind of correlates though. If you want, it correlates with the Mercury side for the most part. All right, so that's it for today. I actually went longer than I expected. Let me pull this down real quick. All right, so real quick before we go to top looks, just want to make sure I call out themoneyballer.com. It's the site that we use primarily throughout the day. I also use Give Me the Dog to pull some advanced queries and numbers for WNBA. I use the live odds page over at Wagertalk. That's something that I always use as well. But as you can see, like with the Money Baller, you get a lot of comprehensive data, advanced stats. You get all these betting insights, all on one single, easy to use page, and it's by matchup too. So you can kind of see how teams would do against each other, or how they match up or align with each other. You can find those profitable betting opportunities, like those situational notes that we have. We have those trends. You could filter on full season, last 30, last 14 days, however you want to see it. And obviously, like our custom betting system, like for MLB, we have the MLB rating system, and our WNBA model is going to be coming out soon here. And also the dope thing is the Money Baller is optimized for both desktop and mobile. So if you have an account and you're out and on the go, you can find all your insights on your phone. Really easy to use. It fits perfectly. Like all the screens fit perfectly. And you don't have to like zoom in or do anything like that. So you can access your insights anytime, anywhere, basically. Basic access is free through the whole month of July. And Baller Access currently is the only premium version, the only thing you got to pay for. And that includes the rating systems and the Baller exclusive, like written content that we have. And then also, also the any models or any projection stuff like that, those are all Baller Access stuff. So yeah, man, join the community. We got over 750 members right now, whether it's free or paid, using our site. Nothing but great feedback so far, and we take people's feedback and try to build the site around it too. So people mentioned a lot of things throughout the last couple of months that we've had this website, and we've implemented a lot of those changes that made a lot of sense to us. And we just want to make it a one-stop shop for everyone. So yeah, sign up today. It's free for through the end of July. Themoneyballer.com. You can see it down there on the bottom. All right, so now let's move to the top looks. Top looks. All right, so with the WNBA, we kind of broke those games down. The most confident that I was looking at. I don't even know if it's most confident, but Sparks splitting that Sparks game up into two with the plus 15.5 and the full game over. So just go, if you want to split that full unit in half, do Sparks plus 15.5 and the over. And then in the MLB, MLB, what should we do for MLB? I didn't even really like the games that we saw, I think. Other than Mets was the one. All right, so Mets money line would probably be the one that I was most confident in. That we broke down into. Yeah. So with that said, guys, that is it for the show. As always, if you like the show, if you enjoy the content that we have, share the show with your friends. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any future shows. Like today was a not even a planned show; it just happened. So if you're subscribed and you have the alerts, you'll know when I pop up ahead of time. And always in the show like this, whether you fade me or follow me, it's on you to make that call. I'm not the one hitting the buttons. I'm just providing information that I see and have. You could definitely interpret it any way you want, but at least we have the facts here with these numbers. With that said, it's on you to make that call. Good luck with all your action. Until next time, peace.